I don't know if I'm the only one who didn't know, but apparently the People We Meet on Vacation movie is already out. So of course I want to watch it, but here's the thing. People We Meet on Vacation was actually the book that got me back into reading. I fell back in love with being engrossed in the story and being transported into the characters' lives and feeling drawn to turn the page to see what happens next. But I didn't like it. But now I've read almost 300 books since I read People We Meet on Vacation. So I think it's a very good idea for me to reread this book before I watch the movie. And while I'm at it, I might as well reread some of Emily Henry's other books too. Last night I started reading People We Meet on Vacation. I read about 24 pages before I fell asleep. And then now it's 10:15 and I'm on page 200. So I've read quite a bit of this today. I am enjoying it so much more than I did the first time I read it. I mean, like I said, it's actually been almost 4 years since I read this book for the first time. I have just changed so much as a reader. I don't know if I've ever said it in a video, but I truly believe that every girl has an Emily Henry female main character that they relate to. Mine is Daphne. Like, I am literally Daphne. I have a friend, she relates heavily to Poppy, but apparently the same is true for guys, because as I'm reading this book, I am loving the chemistry between Poppy and Alex and the dynamic of their friendship. Okay, I love the idea of having that friend that you can just truly be yourself around. That there's nothing you need to filter about who you are as a person because there's nothing that you could do to push them away. That being said, Alex is reminding me so much of my baby brother. Like, there are just little things about Alex's personality that I'm reading and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's literally Tyler. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Anyways, I'm super excited now to watch the movie. So yesterday I finished reading People We Meet on Vacation. I definitely liked it a lot more this time than I did the first time I read it. I remember finishing it for the first time and being like, wow, that was the issue that like caused a big rift in their like 10+ year friendship. That was a naive little 20-year-old saying that, but now I'm older, I'm wiser, and now I understand why that would be an issue. You know, I'm not quite sure yet what I'm gonna rate it. Wow, the sun is really shining in my eyeballs. So overall, definitely enjoyed this so much more this time, and now I'm super excited to watch the movie. Yesterday, I started reading Book Lovers. I'm on page like 14. This one in my ranking of like Emily Henry book was just above People We Meet on Vacation when I read it the first time. I'm interested to see if that will change. We are outside now. One of my New Year's goals is to spend 500 hours outside this year, which means I need to spend a little bit of time outside every day. It is a beautiful day. Get some sunshine and some reading in. Guys, how did I not realize that the banter in this book is top tier the first time I read it? The characters have been talking for like maybe 2 seconds and I'm dying laughing. I am so close to being done with Book Lovers. I have like 40 pages left. I have so many like dog ears of quotes that I genuinely thought were so funny. Ignore the barking dog in the background. He's fine. For some reason, I feel like when I read this book the first time, I thought that Charlie was kind of mean. He's not. I don't know what I was thinking, but I am loving him. The banter is truly top tier. I had heard some people say that after I had read it, that like the banter in this book is exquisite. But I totally agree now. This book is literally a masterclass on banter. The chemistry between the two characters is palpable in every scene where they're together, but I am also absolutely loving the scenes between Nora and her sister Libby. Just all of the emotions and thought processes that they are going through. I'm just loving it. I'm loving it so much. I have about 40 pages left, so let's sit here and finish it. So yesterday I finished reading Book Lovers and I started Beach Read. I really enjoyed Book Lovers more than I did the first time that I read it. But now I'm reading Beach Read. I'm about 100 pages into it. I don't have anything like super profound to share right now, but we're gonna keep reading it. I might finish it today before I go to work. I have about 3.5 hours until I have to go to work. I kind of feel like that would be enough time for me to finish this. Last night I finished reading Happy Place. I will definitely say it did not wreck me as much as I thought it was going to. I really enjoyed the story. However, I do kind of wish we got a little bit more conclusion on the things that Harriet was going through, the things that Harriet was experiencing. You know, because the things that she was thinking and the things that were going on inside of her head had such deep-rooted issues that kind of got a little bit brushed under the rug at the end. And I was like, wait a minute. Where's the rest? Where's the rest of that? I'm gonna do a re-ranking of all of Emily Henry's books at the end once I've finished reading all of them. And I think you and I are both gonna be surprised at where some of these books rank now. Now it is time to get to the moment I have been waiting for this entire video, which is reading Funny Story, one of my favorite books of all time. I'm so excited for this, and since I do consider this to be one of the top 10 books I've ever read in my entire life, I would love to annotate it. So I've got a pen. We're gonna annotate it. It's got some like tabs in it, but I want to actually like go through and like write things down and annotate it. So let's get started on that. Today, tragedy struck. I went to go do some work at the library, and while I was there I had a Dr. Pepper. Well, when it was time to leave and I was throwing everything into my bag, didn't realize that the lid was not all the way on my Dr. Pepper. Look what happened to my book. Ugh, it looks better now. I'm so sad about my book. It's one of my favorite books, and now it's covered in Dr. Pepper. No, it's my own fault. Anyways, I am having a good time reading this and annotating it. I drew a little ghost on this quote under where it said ghosts. Look at this that I wrote in here that I spelled wrong. Anyways, I'm on page 93. I'm about to go get in the bath and read some more. But you ain't coming with me. That would be weird. So if you've ever heard me talk about Funny Story before, then you'll know that I've said that Daphne is me as a book character. And I just read this line on page 148 and I'm literally about to cry thinking about it just because of like how much I relate to it. It says, I was never the one just having fun. I was the one anticipating consequences. And I can just like remember times in college where like my friends would come up with ideas of like things to go do, and I was always on edge, like worried that we were gonna get in trouble or that somebody was gonna tell us not to do it, and that would stress me out, and I would definitely have less fun than everybody else because I was always so worried about the worst possible thing that could happen. I can't take this. So, I finished Funny Story. It was still my favorite Emily Henry book. Okay, I had such a good time. If anything, I connected more to Daphne this time than I did the first time. But there you have it, folks. I finished all of Emily Henry's books. Now it is time to do a new ranking. Some of the books did jump around, which was surprising to me. Previously, my ranking had been People We Meet on Vacation last, then Book Lovers, then Happy Place, then Beach Read, then Funny Story. I didn't have Great Big Beautiful Life in there. After doing a reread of all of Emily Henry's books, the new ranking is People We Meet on Vacation. Sorry, it just is still my least favorite Emily Henry book. That does not mean I hate it, it's just my least favorite out of her books. Then Happy Place, then Beach Read, then Great Big Beautiful Life, then Book Lovers, then Funny Story. Can you believe that? Can you believe Book Lovers jumped so many places? I can't. I don't know what it is about this book that I just enjoyed it so much more upon the reread than I did the first time. I'm so glad I decided to reread all of these books. It was time. It was time for me to reread them. I loved them. I had such a great time. So if you haven't done a reread of some of your favorite books recently, you should 100% do that. It makes you remember why you love reading and then can propel you to read even more books that you love. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoy this type of content. Comment down below your favorite Emily Henry book if you've ever read any of her books. And if you haven't, let me know any that you're planning on reading. And subscribe to my channel for more bookish content in the future. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!